You don't know, don't worry.
Sometimes I wanna feel the pain. You say you're done, but you're over
Yo,
here.
my G's, what is good? How are we? Hope we're all feeling fucking sweet, man. So, title of the video, growing some bigger ass legs, alright? I have by no means got the biggest set of quads out there, alright? But I've grown them, and they've grown a lot over the past couple of years, and you'll see that either one by the thumbnail or by the video of me posing at the end of this one. This video is split into two segments, by the way, so there's going to be some leg training tips right now, and there's going to be some leg training tips at the end as well, alright? So, first one, for me personally, whenever we're looking at growing somebody's legs, is going to be exercise selection, okay? Picking movements that you feel a good internal feel with, alright? If you're doing leg movements over and over and you don't fucking feel it, then swap them out for ones that you do feel, alright? So many people will just pick a movement because people say to do it, but they don't genuinely feel it, alright? So take the time to feel that muscle working, alright? Drop the ego a little bit. If we're wanting to feel that muscle working well and want to get a good mind-muscle connection, then we need to just basically drop the ego a little bit, put the weight down and just rinse that sort of tempo, rinse the feel of the movement first. Once you can really get a good internal feel, especially with legs, because they're such a big muscle group that it's really easy to not feel it and just fling a weight about. Once we can get that internal feel, then we can start to drive up progressions with that, alright? When we talk about leg training as well, exercise order does matter, alright? You'll have seen at the start of that video there, I done a hamstring curl first. I'm a big advocate of doing movements that shorten the muscle / contract the muscle early on in a workout, okay? If you were to go do a leg press, a hack squat, a split squat, and then go and do your hamstring curl and leg extension, your ability to do those isolations at the end is really fucking hard, alright? I've been doing this for years, I've had clients doing it for years, and I can guarantee if you go do it right now, you will feel the ability to do that later on is really hard, alright? If you do like a hamstring curl or a leg extension first, you've not only isolated the muscle first, the more isolated a muscle is, the more growth we can put on it. That's just facts. There's no argument with that. It's facts. So if we can do that, it not only does that, but it also warms up the joints, etc., and the musculature before your big movement. If you go into a squat completely cold, you've not really warmed up, you're going to have a bigger chance of getting some bony, weak, old man, old woman ass and knees, alright? Whenever I've had knee issues, it's because I've not warmed up properly and I've maybe not done some, what are they fucking called? Isolation movements first, alright? So I like to do a ham curl or a leg extension first, rinse that, and it means that I won't be fucked to try and do it later on, okay? As you see here, I'm doing leg extension third, which is fine. Understand your capabilities. I physically cannot do a leg extension any later than 3 movements in. If I was to do this at the very end, I would be absolutely rinsed and could not do it. I'm somebody that can do hamstring curls later on in a workout and feel okay. I've got some clients, I know some people that just cannot do a leg extension or a ham curl at all at the end. So listen to your body and know what you can do. But I would always put them at the start anyway, just to be safe. And as I said, it acts as a bit of a warm up as well. Alright. The next one is going to be sort of tempo and creating tension, alright? And this goes with any muscle group, but we need to understand as well that the legs are a fucking massive muscle group, alright? So we need to take our time and create as much tension as possible. If you've ever had knee joint pain or sore knees or whatever, and you train legs a lot, it's probably down to you rushing the movement. Look at this leg extension here. I'm not coming up too quick. I'm not loading it too quick. I'm taking my time. I want the legs to be moving the weight and not the joints to be moving the weight. A lot of people, and I was guilty of this before, I would jump on a hack squat, load it up, and I would just bounce down at the bottom, and I would bounce out of the hole at the bottom and just drive up way too quick. My knees were caving a little bit about. So just every movement you do, just focus on creating as much fucking tension as you can, alright? At the end of the day, tension builds muscle. Pause at the bottom, pause when you're contracted, take your time, slow it down, alright? What do you think is going to build more muscle? A slow controlled movement or some bouncy ass fucking rep, alright? Do the damn math and let me know, okay? More leg stuff coming up later on in the video, but here's a wee physique update. Feeling good, man. This is probably the biggest my legs have looked. Bear in mind, I'm 6'3", so I've got a tall frame to try and fill out. So my legs are probably bigger than they look, in person, but I'm just tall and I've got really long fucking limbs, so it makes them look smaller. Haha, just try to defend myself here, aren't I? But nah, feeling good now, man. 98.5 kilo as of the other morning, so feeling good. Last time I was at this weight, I was a fat bastard, so feeling good, man. Feeling good. Anyway, keep on watching for more leg training tips at the end of the damn video.
Sometimes I wanna feel the pain. You say you were done, but they say I'm safe in your arms. And if I die in your arms, and be a smile on my face.
If there is one thing I genuinely hate, it is cutting chicken, man. If anyone gets their, I sound like a junkie. If anyone gets their chickens from Aldi, then you'll know however many grams of chicken it's. So this says so this pack has got 650 grams of chicken in it. Okay, by the time you've cut off all the fucking horrible jiggly blood bits, you're not left with that amount of chicken. So obviously, when these financial times are hitting, Aldi's a godsend. But for meats, Aldi, it's probably not the best. It's probably not the best. Chicken's chicken, but the quality of it in terms of how it's made, I don't think it's as good as Asda and fucking Morrison's or whatever. Just my opinion, but it is cheaper, so that is a sacrifice I'm willing to make. Anyway, what are we making? Probably the easiest meal ever to eat if you're bulking. Sweet potatoes taste fucking class. If you ever feel bloated after sweet potato, or if you ever feel uncomfortable, it's because they have a bigger fibre content than regular potatoes. In case you didn't know that, that's why some things are harder to digest, but I fucking love the taste of sweet potato so much. So sweet potato, chicken, and I don't think I've got any broccoli, so probably no veg with this meal. I'll probably just have some fruit, some grapes, and we'll see what else we've got to top up the carbs. Carbohydrates get pushed up again today with an extra, what have we got? We've got an extra 50 grams of carbs on both training day food and non-training day food, so that takes my carbohydrate content to 675 grams of carbs, which, fuck me man, is an obscene amount of carbs, and I'm extremely horny for it. So those are added in today after my body weight has just not been moving up the past couple of weeks. Body weight right now is sitting at around 215 pounds, and I want to break that barrier and start pushing towards the 220 pound mark, and I think that's when we'll start to looking like a bigger boy. Come on. So yeah, gonna make this meal, I'll show you when it's done, and then I don't know what's happening with the rest of the video. Keep on watching. Had to put a hat on there, man. My fucking hair is sucking dick right now. Not really, it just gets heavy along and it doesn't sit. No product in it. Not that anyone gives a fuck. Anyway, if you're making your chicken, your beef, your potatoes or whatever, just use seasoning, make that shit taste good. Now, I'm not saying use half a fucking, what would you even call that? A jar? Tub? I don't know. Don't use half a fucking one of these on your chicken. Be reasonable with it. I'm going to show you, alright? I'm going to show you. Because if you use too much seasoning, I'm sorry to say, your sodium count is going to be through the roof, and you'll probably be shitting sideways most of the day. So this is how much seasoning we should probably be using, and we marinated it in, and it was fine. Just enough for taste, not so much that your arse is going to fall out. Here we have some chicken ready. This is how much paprika we use. Boom. That's enough. That is enough. And then we mix that in, just enough for taste. Any more than that, my arse would collapse. And goddamn, that is some good ass sweet potatoes there. Don't worry, there's some green stuff. Boom. Do grapes go with potato and chicken? No, but we eat them separate. Here's dinner. I think this is actually about 110 grams of carbs, I think. So easy meal, digest well, getting some good wholesome carbs, good protein, some fructose, some good sugar, and some minerals and vitamins from that shit. Good meal. Yo guys, what is good? What is fucking good? What a fucking week I've had. What a week I've had. Recovering on the Saturday night out I felt fucking ill the past 2 days, but we're getting shit done. Went to pick up the camera this morning, record a wee edit. What happens? Camera battery dead, so I've charged that motherfucker up. Outside the gym, I felt like an absolute bag of meatballs this morning. Headache, felt shit, but I just basically doubled up on my vitamin B12 complex tablets and some extra vitamin C, and as well as some ibuprofen, whatever the fuck you call it, and hydration. Just basically drink as much water as you physically can. I'm about to train legs and delts with a client at the Mecca at my gym, Pro Life. So yeah, going to run through that session. I'm either going to do a talk over or an edit, but again, it is some leg work. I think the title of this video is leg training or whatever it is, so yeah, I'm assuming it'll be some stuff to do with legs. Sit back, relax, and enjoy. Hopefully you're not feeling too ill like I am. If you are, then suck up. Sometimes you actually just need to get up and get going. You need to listen to your body. Sometimes when you're ill, you do generally need time off, but there's also sometimes when you just get up, shower, coffee, hydrate, and you're fine. You're always going to be the worst in the morning. That's when you're always going to feel the worst. But once you get on with the day, you sometimes feel a bit better, and if you don't, then you are probably fucked. You are probably very ill. Go to the doctor. Sets and motherfucking reps. What are we into? Well, let me tell you. At the moment, I quite enjoy higher rep work for quads and hamstrings, okay? There's maybe, like, my Romanian deadlift and my hack squat are the only two movements that I'll do lower than 8 reps for, because for me, an enjoyment factor of those movements is I like lifting heavy on those. But those are the only two movements in my leg days that I'll lift heavy on. So I'll maybe do a heavy set of 6 on my hack squat for my first set, and then my other 2 sets will be, 8, 10, 15 reps plus. It's also just safer. Like, your legs are really fucking strong. You can manage big jumps on legs. So it just, it makes sense to be wary of that and understand that maybe dealing with some higher rep range work is going to allow you to put less strain throughout those joints as well, which is ultimately the goal. And you can still progress the same way. You can still get strong throughout, 8 to 20 rep work, all right? With regards to sets, it's going to be person dependent. Listen to what your body can recover from. My legs have been growing at the moment from 9 sets of hamstrings a week and 9 sets of quads a week. And my legs are literally growing from that. Could they grow more from doing more? Probably. But right now, my focus is chest and delts. So leg work for me is coming at the back burner whilst we focused on chest and delts. Maybe we'll do more work for legs in the future, but not right now. So understanding your capabilities, some people can grow their quads off of, 6 sets a week. Some people need to do 20 sets a week. Listen to your body, okay? If you're doing 10 sets of quads a week, everything's progressing and you feel good and they're getting bigger, stick with that. If you're doing minimal sets a week, all right, you're getting stronger and you want them to really grow and you kind of really want them to grow, then push up your volume a little bit. Maybe over 5 weeks, start on week 1 of 9 sets of quads, and then by week 5, titrate up to maybe 18 sets of quads, and then go back to week 1, maybe working away like that. And understanding, like, learn to listen to your body, okay? Nobody can do it for you. Listen to your body and see what it recovers from. If you can take volume to the highest amount and still progress every single set and you still recover, then brilliant. Just be wary of not overdoing it, because if you're overdoing it on every leg day, that might then hinder your push day or your pull day or that kind of thing, alright? I'm also really fucking looking forward to rebuilding these Romanian deadlifts. I've pulled 200 kilo before, and then I just didn't do RDLs for about 6 months there. 5 months maybe, so I'm looking forward to running these back up. So I think this was 150 or 160, so I'll definitely hit 200 again in the future. But guys, that's it from me. Hopefully you're having a fucking awesome day, awesome week, and have a damn good Christmas when it comes. Any questions, give us a shout, give us a message, drop a like in the video, drop us a sub, and stay tuned for more videos. Alright guys, peace, and I'll see you later.